Welcome everyone, Adam the Woo here. It's very sunny, which is nice, here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. As a recording of this, January 24th, 2022. And today I have no real game plan, so I'm going to be shown around by the retro Myrtle Beach guy. Did I get that correct?
Yes, sir. What's up? How do you?
Why did you give yourself that name?
Oh, it's like everything, pretty much my clothes and car and everything in my life is pretty much old school. I generally prefer the older retro things in life.
So do you know a lot about the area when it comes to vintageness and retroness?
Oh yeah, I mean there's actually where we're standing is kind of the old downtown area.
Look at that classic car. Well, it's not as old as yours. What kind of car do you have over there?
It's a 63 Chevy Corvair. It was America's first rear engine car. It was supposed to compete with the imports, the Porsches and the Volkswagens and everything.
So are we going to drive around in that?
Oh yeah, we could cruise.
That would be pretty cool. So what can they find on your channel if they were to go to your channel?
Oh, I do style, fashion, home decor and design stuff, local events, mostly local stuff.
Okay.
News and stuff like that.
The retro Myrtle Beach guy.
Yeah, anything that's old school and in Myrtle Beach, that's me.
So it'd be RMBG. RMBG. So can I call you that? And you said right over here used to be an internet cafe.
Internet cafe, yeah.
Remember that? Back before we had smartphones? All right, well, I'm in your hands today. Show me around. We're starting off here at City Hall, right over near this bus station. We're not going to get on a bus. We're going to get in a classic car. You're going to show me around.
Well, and they also have flea markets and farmers markets and stuff like that over here on weekends up by the old pump station. They do a lot of stuff here.
Very cool.
Let's see, I actually have a picture.
So what were you saying was right in this area? Oh, I like the shoes.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
The old deck shoes.
Now see, I would look at those and think they were bowling shoes, but they're called deck shoes.
That's what they say. I think they were like cruise wear.
So I have the tennis shoes on. I guess these are like 90s. 90s. You actually know what they're called.
Oh, yeah, the right way to pronounce it too.
Nice.
The same age, I think.
Okay, I'm going to zoom in your car, finish the intro, and then we'll get going. All right, I'm inviting you to join me and the retro Myrtle Beach guy in his classic car alert. Shall you? Before we get in the car, he was just pointing out this Maryland fried chicken, which on its own is very retro looking. But this used to be an Esso gas station, one of the first gas stations around this area. But still, very retro look. And you can get some leg specials with Fred pork chops. What is a Fred pork chop?
The Myrtle Beach specialty.
Is it supposed to be fried? I think it's supposed to be liver and gizzards. I've never had a gizzard, but I have had fish and shrimp as well.
That's wild. Like even the buildings that replaced our vintage buildings are vintage now. They're so old.
Even the vintage buildings have a vintage history. An Esso gas station.
This is where the pumps were, right in the middle.
Where the pumps were right here?
Yep.
So maybe right over in this section.
Yeah, this is right about where everything, you can still kind of see where they would be.
Yeah, that's pretty neat.
And then you got Mr. Sub over there, and that's only maybe about from the 70s or 80s, I believe.
I do like the Mr. Sub logo.
Classic.
I always like how mascots want you to eat them.
Yeah, right? Yeah, I'm unsure of the anthropomorphism of that submarine. It's funny because I remember it being like the best sub place ever. When I came back as an adult, it really isn't.
So when you were a youth, you came here, you said, I gotta go to Mr. Subs when I return.
All year long for that vacation to go to Mr. Subs.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It does have a pretty sweet neon though that probably lights up at night.
Oh yeah, and a bunch of little light bulbs.
If they had t-shirts, I would wear a Mr. Sub t-shirt though. Parked in the original downtown. You were saying this is all the original downtown.
Yeah, you got City Hall here, and these were some of the original stores, the gas station in the corner.
So is this the old City Hall, or is this still used as City Hall?
I don't know if that's the original building, but I think it's at least like the 40s or 50s.
I like the little weather main up top.
Yeah, with the MP.
I never know what to say, weather main or is it weather
I
vane?
think it's a weather vane.
Weather vane.
Yeah,
I always get the
V-A-N-E or something.
weather vane. So your car is, so give me a little info on your car real quick before we jump in here.
Well, yeah, this was America's first rear engine car. It was kind of assassinated by Ralph Nader when he wrote a book called Unsafe at Any Speed. So yeah, enjoy the ride.
So it's not a safe car?
It was rumored to not be because of its rear swing axle and this and that.
Okay.
They thought it would spin out, but it really was more like a maintenance issue. I mean, I've been driving it for a while and I've never had any problems. I mean, it's 60 years old, still on the road.
How long you had it for?
Right? We just got it at the end of the summer. I traded in my 2015. I went full vintage.
Wow. So this is your daily driver?
Yeah, this is my only car.
Do you feature it in your videos?
Oh yeah, this is one of the main things we'll do is take cruises on the strip.
Oh, very cool.
In Myrtle Beach, you gotta have a cool car. It's like...
So during the summer, you take this in the car cruises?
Oh yeah, we go to the car shows. There's actually the biggest car shows, the Run to the Sun, where they have thousands of cars here. Here, I'll show you. It's funny because, of course, the engine back here.
Wow.
It's a 6-cylinder flat, pancake engine.
It's called a pancake engine. Okay.
But it's
what year is it?
63. This actually have an engine swap. It's a 65 engine.
65 engine in a 63.
The more modern version.
It looks clean. It looks good.
Yeah. It should come together.
All right, I'm excited to ride around in a classic car. That's awesome. Much better than taking my vehicle. This has a little more style.
Oh yeah, especially. Well, we're definitely the two biggest people who've ever been in this thing.
I am not thin, just so heads up.
Yeah, I think we're both in the same boat there.
So what is this? What's the Corsa?
This is the Corvair Club. It's one of the reasons why these things still run forever is there's local groups and everybody knows how to work on them and they're big enthusiasts. I mean, when I first got this thing, I didn't know anything about it. I contacted my local Corsa club and I mean, any issues I've had, the guys would come out and fix the phone for free.
Okay.
We have meetings a couple times a month. We go to all the cruises. There's actually 2 other Corvairs here in town. I think 64 and a 66.
You guys got a little trilogy going.
Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch more in the city.
Yeah, no power windows. You do have a kind of an updated radio here, CD player.
For safety, I put the Bluetooth in there so I can do the hands-free.
Monza? What does that mean?
Monza is a racetrack in Italy. So they named it after this. Was supposed to be a sporty economy car.
I love this. Can I just crack this down?
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's cool. And a little side there too. That is cool. Oh!
Yeah, that happened. Making them go back to how they used to look.
So the old downtown, they're trying to make it how it used to be.
We got a brewery over there, which has apartments upstairs, which are quite nice.
So what is the Grand Strand? What does the Strand mean?
Well, this is one of the largest uninterrupted beaches, I think, in the country. It's 60 miles straight of beautiful sandy beaches. They used to say that it was the finest strand in America, America's finest strand, but it also has to be, or we have very fine sand here. It's extremely
So strand
salty.
is another word for sand?
Well, I think beach. So it's like the strip of beaches that run.
So I always see the word strand. It also could be like the stretch of the road, perhaps?
Yeah, I think it's just the beaches. They call the people who live around here stranders.
Stranders?
Yeah, grand stranders.
Grand, so not grandstands. Grand Strand.
And there was a place called the Grand Stand back when we were probably kids. I think it had like shows and stuff like that.
How do I put this back on?
Well, just put it on the floor. I'll
Put it on the floor?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're off to a good start. Hey, look at the back seat here. You can see a little. It's not too icy today, but there's a little bit built up there. It's probably about 35 degrees now, 36 degrees.
Something. I had to get the ice off my windshield this morning.
You did?
Oh yeah, crazy.
So this is a convertible.
That it is.
Wow.
And all
So
manual.
In the car shows, you probably take the top down.
Oh yeah.
See, I would have a Clark Griswold moment with this. I would not know where the gas goes in. Of course, he was around the back and the license plate, yanked the license plate off in vacation, but that's what would happen with me.
Yeah, everyone's always looking like, what are you doing?
That is so neat, man.
The best is when you go grocery shopping, you pop the hood up, and people see you start loading.
Yeah.
They're like, what are you doing? What is he doing?
Right.
I like
this is cool too. The hubcaps are awesome. They are. Nice.
Yeah, this thing's a mosh posh and everything. This is off of 60-something Camaro, that fender down there.
When we're pulling away from it's pretty awesome. That is definitely old-timey looking. I like that. Yeah. So that Ferris wheel has been there for a while. And this is a theme park called Family Kingdom, which does not open till spring. I drove by the sign the other day. Most of the major attractions around here don't reopen till spring because, you know, the cold weather. Anything indoors does, but a lot of these outdoor ones are so close.
Well, and a lot of these rides are from the pavilion originally.
So what is the pavilion? People have mentioned that. What was the pavilion?
It was, like, you know when your carnival comes to town? It's like that, but permanent. So it was just a whole huge bunch of rides. They had calliopes and, you know, like the old pipe organs and stuff.
Yeah.
And bumper cars.
I've noticed a few people have mentioned that that was kind of the beginning of the end of all the retro stuff for Myrtle Beach.
That's what they say. The thing is that unfortunately people, you know, they get complaining about, oh, you know, homelessness or this or that, and like, it's, you know, downtown is dangerous or whatever. But it was a big concentrated amount of people with very little oversight. So they really dismantled it because it would have gotten much worse if they hadn't. But they split it up into Family Kingdom has some of the rides. There's Pavilion West at Broadway, some of those rides you saw yesterday or the other day. And then there's one up north at Barefoot where they have a couple rides, and they're all like very old.
So the rides still exist. They're different spots.
Yeah, they just moved. The Polynesian. I mean, the sign is amazing.
Look at that, Polynesian Beach and Golf Resort. Oh, with the little hula girl there too.
Yeah, and the bamboo on the
There's
side.
an old Chevy truck right there too.
Right? Yeah, it's just a Chevy town.
That is so cool. Yeah, this is a cool place.
But it's a really nice, the structure is wonderful. It's not the nicest hotel in the world, but that's the problem, is instead of trying to bill it as, hey, it's a kitschy, vintage, fun hotel.
They're trying to cater to new tourists who don't even really care about it.
Right, and they just lower the prices and go, we're affordable. So that's their main angle. So unfortunately, you don't attract always the best people. It gets kind of a bad reputation, but structurally, that's actually one of my favorite hotels.
Passing the Summer Sands Motel. Oh yeah, that one's cool too.
Oh yeah, it's a beautiful building. But,
so you said this is one of your favorites here?
The Waikiki Village, yeah. Yeah, this is one of the ones where actually they took efforts to update and restore and bring back to its original glory.
Look at the pool.
Right?
That is cool. Over in that little gazebo is the hot tub. No diving, obviously. But I love the pool. So would this be from the 60s?
Actually, the original, I think it should be up here on the historical plaque in front, but I think it's actually...
There's a brick down here.
It's been there for, I think, 80 years now.
Oh, 80 years. The one next door?
The one up in the north end.
On the north end. So we're on the south end now?
Yeah. Well, about the village.
This is cool.
Yeah, this
These.
is a bocce ball court.
What was it?
A bocce ball court.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
They still use it.
yeah, but they were talking about trying to put something else in here because the other one up north has a shuffleboard.
I just love this.
Right.
So these are original. I know from theme park stuff, they put these here usually so people won't sit.
Yeah.
But I just love the decor of that.
Accents.
Yeah. I also like how they have the rock work down on the sidewalk there.
Yeah, these used to be bushes back where this was a restaurant.
These were where the bushes were?
Yeah, there was a couple bushes in the front. And you have the great old sign, obviously.
You know, I gotta say, your car looks pretty epic just parked right next to this thing.
That's why I hang out at these places so much, is I'm always taking video. But yeah, this used to be a whole Hawaiian restaurant that was attached to the hotel, and then they broke it up into like 7 or 8 rooms or something like that.
So the restaurant itself became rooms.
Yeah, and they just use them for individuals. You see even the old lanterns and stuff hanging in
Yeah.
there. It's a neat.
So this was the restaurant, but there still was this part of the hotel was adjacent to the restaurant.
This was so that you could go to dinner after here and
Yeah.
not have to drive home.
Have the check-in area. This is located at 1500 South. And one of their little slogans is a fun, hip vibe. I can see that. I would stay at a lot of these places through here.
This is an executive suite up here. It has the porch that overlooks the beach and everything.
Ah.
It's not that much extra, but I mean,
really?
you get a great view out there.
An executive suite. This is located on the corner of Ocean Boulevard and 15th Avenue South. It is classic car over there. Beach is just right behind me. Pretty neat. Love all these old hotels. Those walls could talk. And in the parking lot of the Sand Castle is the old Sea Mist sign, which the Sea Mist is not here anymore. It says office has been moved, but the sign is still there. So I drove over here, parked the car in front of the Sea Mist. The thing I like about it is the sign itself. The old neon, you can even see some of the old neon at the top of the branches, is a palm tree. Kind of hidden among the real palm trees. That's so cool. So this side over here, broken, the neon's removed, but you can see where the holes where the neon went in. But there's still a piece of the neon on the other side, as well as up at the top. It's like even some holes down here where there could have been some as well. The South Seas sign says walk-in specials, and then Ocean Plaza. And this is the one we passed earlier, the Poly.
Such a cool sign.
The Coral Sands, and this one's going to be, so this one's going to be bulldozed soon?
Yeah, they just condemned it actually very recently. Very tiny little spot.
Oh, and then the house behind it too.
Yeah, that was where the owner, manager, whoever it was.
I was just informed this is called Breeze Block. You taught me something new. I didn't know. I just said the concrete design that you can see through, the air blows through, said it's called Breeze Block. I never knew that till now. Look at this old pool. Just showing this because it's got to all be torn out. Or a skater could have a field day with it. And down here on the ground is like a silhouette of the lettering of the place right along. And someone who worked for the property owner walked over, asked what we were doing, and said that this specific building, so this one might be saved.
Yeah, that's surprising.
Yeah, the Sea Cove might be saved, but this one is on the chopping block. And checking out a local coffee stand. I get myself a piping hot beverage from the Hi-Fi Coffee Bar. Pretty neat, very retro, a lot of vintage stuff in here. Old relics from the 80s and the 90s, a lot of 80s stuff, maybe even some 70s stuff stretched along onto the walls. And an assortment of different coffee. This is a pretty cool vibe for a coffee shop. The Hi-Fi Coffee Shop. Here right in the kind of the downtown touristy section of Myrtle Beach. Pretty close to the Fun Wheel, like right within walking distance of the Fun Wheel. In fact, there is the Fun Wheel. How's your coffee?
Very good. Excellent.
Very good. I like that place. You said when you first moved here, you thought it was a chain?
Yeah, I assumed it was like some corporate chain because it's so well put together. And then I asked them one time, they're like, oh, this is the only one. They're attached to the milkshake place next door.
There's a milkshake place next door. The Gift Cove Gay Dolphin there as well, and the Fun Wheel right there. And they even had a Porky's. They had a Porky's Atari game. That's a deep cut.
I don't know what exactly would be required of you to do in that game.
So the old hotel called the Aquarius. So
Yeah.
basically you just turned it into a parking lot?
Yeah, they tore it down, but they kept the sign, so at least you still kind of have some remnant of what used to be here.
Okay. Parking lot's pretty available right now. There's one guy with an RV over there walking his dog, and then your car's parked, but that's about it. We're the only two down here besides this garbage truck that's driving by. The demo crew is making their way in. Original post office right there. You can see the wheel popping up over the top of it. I like this. Kind of old-timey theater. It's now a Christian facility. All right, we have arrived on Broadway. So this, you were saying this is basically the downtown back in the day.
Yeah, back in like the really early days, like the 40s and 50s, this would all be lined up with old Chryslers and everything. This would be where all the restaurants and bars and clubs and stuff were. This was the hip downtown area. This is huge.
What is it?
It used to be a massage parlor.
A massage parlor?
Yeah. But I think hippie massage stuff, because it was like they sold crystals and stuff like that.
What is it now?
It's empty now, and it's probably about to be my store. I've been looking for a place because I need vintage men's accessories and all kinds of vintage.
Oh, so you sell stuff?
Yeah, I collect basically.
Okay. So you'd like to have a store on Broadway?
Oh yeah, this is the one. This is going to be the next spot that the city is going to be turning to for development.
Kind of look at this Camaro here. Walk down the way a bit.
See the fender right there? That's the fender on my car.
Oh, that's the same fender you got on yours. Sure is. This flower shop, oldest building, oldest store in town?
It's one of the oldest structures.
For 80 years, Lazelle's Flower Shop has been selling flowers. Look at the greenhouse there, it's seen better days. I like this tree next to it.
It's a live oak, I believe.
That's awesome.
Well, you know, that's why towns like this in this area were so big with the nautical stuff, is with these live oaks. You know, most times if you're planting some boards for, you know, your house or anything, having a piece of wood that goes like this is bad, but when you're building a boat, you need pieces that go like that all the time. So this is where most of the nautical stuff would come from live oaks.
Okay, like I never realized that. That makes sense now that you say it.
Yeah, that's why Conway out the way is so big in that whole timber industry.
Just kind of walking around, going over this bridge here.
Y'all want to boss too? Oh man, we got time on. How y'all doing? Well, I've been, you know, trying to keep it. You know, somebody got to be ahead, man. Yeah, so I've been trying to, you know, keep it up and everything for us. I get it. Oh gosh.
Oh, thank you.
Want that?
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah, I've been putting these benches back and stuff on the fence down here. See here?
I see.
I just came back. I just came down here. I was here earlier. And they was here. They took pictures of that stuff over there. I think the city over there too. All that stuff over there. And he took pictures of all that stuff on the side. She got evicted.
Got some ducks kind of paddling down the stream there. But I'm noticing too, when I walk over to this vintage car wash, look at that sign right there, all rusted out. That has seen some years.
Still operating.
You get your car washed there?
Oh yeah, it's the only place I'm washing.
The only place? I like that. So this is a marsh? What's the proper name of this?
They call it a swash. It's a
swash.
Salt marsh.
A salt marsh.
So it's salt water instead of fresh water. And so yeah, when the tide comes in from the ocean, this all fills up and waters everything.
And there'll be crabs walking around in here?
Oh yeah, you'll probably see some.
That's not a crab, that's a squirrel up there. But there is an animal in the tree. Oh, there's another one going up the side of the tree. It's kind of hid around the side, but there's a couple squirrels. The Swash.
Yeah, there's 3 swashes in Myrtle Beach.
3 of them.
Yeah, there's one here, there's one in Midtown, and there's one up by Barefoot Lane.
I wonder if there's any correlation to a pirate swashbuckler.
I always wonder. I'm not sure how buckling it would. Maybe it has to do with running aground.
And noticing this hardware store. Well, it appears to be a hardware store at one time. Got the bay door over here on this side.
Yeah, I think it was an auto parts.
An auto parts place?
Got Briggs and Stratton.
Here at 301. What's the name of the road again? Broadway. This is Broadway. Now this mural kind of looks like where we just were. Over there in that little section there with the marsh. There's a motorcycle there too.
The Swash.
The Swash. It's like there's a little apartment up there. There's a planter outside the window, but I walked across the road here to Times Square, a watch repair shop called Times Square. I like that. I don't really wear a watch, but if I did, I needed to fix it. I come here to Times Square. Master watch and clock repairman. Cleaning up the city. So I'm from out of town. I'm telling him, who's a local, he's never been down in the tunnel before. Can we go down there?
Yeah.
Have you ever been down there?
No.
You've never been down there. Okay, we're gonna go down the tunnel.
Awesome. Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
see you later. So you've never been down the tunnel before. This is the only tunnel, I have heard this is the only tunnel in town that you can walk underneath. Is it boarded up?
It is boarded up.
It is boarded up.
Maybe the other side is
Maybe the other side's not?
probably boarded.
Let me walk down here real quick and look.
That's crazy. Maybe they're renovating it.
Too many squatters down here probably.
You know what? And they're doing the whole hotel up top, so they probably.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, even the city worker has never been down in the tunnels. Dang. I saw some photos online and it looked as if it had been repainted, but the roof of the tunnel, the ceiling upward, still had that kind of old-timey, like mural style.
Yeah, maybe they're remodeling it.
Let's go to the other side. So in all the years you've been here, you've never walked underneath there.
No, I didn't even know about it until fairly recently.
It goes directly under the road. What's the name of this road?
This is Ocean Boulevard.
Ocean Boulevard.
Everybody calls it the Strip.
Or the Strip.
Oh, so this is the Sea Mist. So yeah, they must have moved
The Sea Mist, yeah.
from over there, where the sign was.
Well, that's a bummer if we can't walk underneath here. Yeah, that stinks.
And look, the video surveillance 24 hours.
Goes right underneath the road over to the Sea Mist. You know, it's probably during the summer, it's hard to cross the street. Well, I was excited about that. See my shadow down there. Hello. Now here's a photo of what it looked like back in the day. I believe the sides had been painted up, but the ceiling up there would have still looked the same. It'd be pretty cool to walk through there. Hopefully by summer when this area picks up, you know, as far as tourist-wise, they reopen it. And just to give kind of a wide out perspective, so you have an entrance and an exit on both sides of the road. We tried walking down there into this, boarded up, and across the way on this side, also boarded up. So the only tunnel underground here in Myrtle Beach is no longer accessible. Sad trombone. I also just learned something too about these little side pools, the shallow pools. You don't see this anymore for insurance reasons. So to find like you always see hot tubs, but you'll see a big pool and then a small pool for youth over here. You don't see these anymore. Now they all build these with, you know, into shallow end. So you taught me all kind of neat stuff today I didn't know.
It's got that like second floor lobby or whatever. It's probably a restaurant at some point.
Yeah. I love this South Seas Annex over here to the side. Old mini mart right there.
There was a picture of the lady on the sign originally. And then I guess they have painted over all that. And you can just hear the Three's Company theme song playing. Right?
I feel like Santa Monica.
Have the Atlantic
It does
view.
kind of give some sand. Well, it's a beach community just like Santa Monica, California is.
This Atlantic view right here is a lovely spot. Another one of the older ones.
Yeah, it's got that retro office.
Right.
So is this still used as a hotel or is it apartments?
It's basically apartments.
Wow, look at this truck.
Yeah, this guy loves Jesus.
The Holy Ghost Healer.
This is the Fontainebleau. If you notice, it's not the Fountain Blue.
B-L-E-A-U.
Fontainebleau.
Is that how you pronounce it?
I guess. But this place is to be torn down.
Is it really?
Shut this place down, as well as the Oasis Hotel behind it.
So this was a monthly stay too, judging by the sign there.
And a, you know, beautiful glazed brick. You literally can't make that anymore. No one will make glazed brick. You can't find it.
Really?
And the Oasis will also be torn down.
They're gonna tear the Oasis down?
Yeah, this is all going. The city bought this for like 15 million bucks just last week, a couple weeks ago. To keep them moving there.
So even this building's going to be torn down?
Yeah. Everybody's losing their home. Crepe Myrtle over here. This is one of the oldest hotels that we have in town.
The largest
luxury resort hotel in the entire South.
The building still stands?
No, this is it getting demolished.
Getting demolished. Oh, there's the photo of it getting demolished.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Look at that. So we have arrived at the shop of Jack Thompson, who you said Mr. Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah. And then this Broadway theater, they're going to be remodeling it and putting it back. They're actually going to open a theater again.
I didn't want to show too much in there. Obviously, a lot of that artwork sells in the book, but showed a couple photos. It does have a few books for sale. Jack Thompson made a book, and it's for sale inside the shop with a lot of the vintage stuff from around Myrtle Beach.
But it used to be city law that you had to wear a bathing suit for the festival.
Oh.
So if you didn't wear a bathing suit, they'd put you in the Sun Fun jail. And there's like famous pictures actually of this cop right here. He's there wearing his bathing suit. All the cops are wearing bathing suits in full uniform with shorts off.
No kidding. Oh, here's the Broadway Cafe.
Yeah.
So is this over on Broadway?
That's probably right over here actually, because this connects to Broadway.
Okay. This is a very unique building.
This is the Cozy Corner, and this was the Wonder Bar.
Wonder Bar and
basement in Myrtle Beach.
the only basement in Myrtle Beach?
The only one I've ever seen.
The Wonder Bar. Can we go down there?
Nah, it's not open anymore. Hey, how you doing, though?
Hey.
Very nice. Renovating.
Is the basement bar still down there?
No, José. Aquí está el señor.
Probably putting something new in.
Yes, sir.
Is the basement bar still down there?
I can hear you.
Are you guys opening something new up?
They want, we just do it training. I think they will.
Okay, cool. What
You
sounds
never see
good?
basements.
Yeah, you never see basements around here.
Look at it.
Want to come down?
Down.
Thank you.
Be
Really appreciate it.
careful.
We will.
There's nobody coming. This is the first one I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was telling me the story. This used to be called the Wonder Bar.
Yeah.
Oh, look at the steps.
Does it still have the Wonder Bar steps on it? Oh, the painting.
We do
Wow.
training.
Look at this.
Just a little makeup. That way whoever ran it, fix it, you know?
This is great, yeah.
Yeah, it's got two bathrooms in the back. Little space there, little bar.
I love it.
My buddies, they remodeled a lot of this back in the day when
Yeah.
they were originally going to do something, and then nothing ever happened over there.
One of the only basements in all of Myrtle Beach. So you got the tunnel that was closed off, but then there's also this basement he was telling me about. That's so neat. Yeah, thanks for letting us look around.
All right.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much.
All right, thanks. Have a nice day. Okay, guys.
Thank you so much. Look at these shelves along here. Tile work, this is so awesome. It's so funny, you were talking in the car off camera about this place, and now we were able to walk in there. Sometimes things just work out. The only basement in Myrtle Beach.
Yeah, they wouldn't have done anything like that recently. This is all from like the 30s and 40s.
Oh, this is the old Broadway theater, there's that photo.
Yeah, they're gonna put like a performance theater in here. We have a performance school too, a dance school, all kinds of stuff.
You can see where the marquee probably used to stick out there. Look at these doors. Wow, and look at this.
Look at the computer.
Look at this old doorbell. Even says doorbell.
They got like a Zenith laptop.
Look at that.
Like that was a club not that
This
long
is a great, so this is Broadway?
Well, this, I think, actually it might be. It whips and turns into Broadway down there either way.
Just turns into it.
It must be, I guess, because this was the Broadway theater.
I love it.
But yeah, they're going to be pulling all this new facade off, restoring it back to the original brick. Because you can see it's all just plaster on top of the brick.
Yeah.
Like, and you can even see underneath it. You know, it's like you can touch the original facade. It's right there. So
Amazing.
that's all going to be coming off, and they'll be
Amazing.
redoing everything.
No longer an active pizza place, but this is a very, very cool looking structure. Walking up to the train depot. Still got the little cross switch here.
You can still
Turn it.
no longer moves.
Trains still run through here?
No, we don't have any trains around here.
No trains.
Yeah, they defunded it a long time ago. But all this is original. That's the original porcelain sign from Myrtle Beach that you saw in those photos from the 30s and 40s. They just renovated this not that long ago. It was pretty expensive, but you can rent it too. They have
For events.
yeah. They even have one of the cars that's set up for office meetings and stuff like that.
Yeah, original sign up there. That's great.
And if you are in town, you can just you contact them. They'll send someone over, let you in.
They will? Nice. I like this. Look out for train. This is super vintage. That is great. Wow, look at this thing. It's bolted in the ground for good reason. That is a relic. Got the old tracks down there. See the fun wheel off of it. It's called the fun wheel, right?
Sky wheel.
Sky wheel. Sky wheel.
The caboose and one of the cars set up. I wonder if you can see it from this side. See, we got the little.
You can hear the ACs on.
Right.
The city planners will meet inside these trains. Well, especially this one over here. They have a little office area inside.
I mean, it's a really nice area. You can do nice little events here. People get married here.
That's great. Old train station. And we have about completed the retro tour. In fact, here's Jack Thompson's old studio. Yeah, I saw a lot of retro goodness. With the retro Myrtle Beach guy.
One and only.
There's no other retro Myrtle Beach guy than you. The one and only. Mr. Fish Seafood Grill.
Mrs. Fish.
Mrs. Fish. Oh, I didn't even know. Mrs. Fish.
There was a contentious divorce.
Okay.
So Mr. Fish is uptown.
Are you serious?
Mrs.
No way. They divided. And I believe where we started here at City Hall is a good enough place to end this episode as any. A lengthy fun time around Myrtle Beach. Weather vane. I always want to say mane. But a mane is like mane and tail for a horse.
Well, you'll have to come back when it's actually nice.
I'll come back one summer
Yes.
when everything's open. But I got a nice little tour.
Catch a car show, we'll do the whole thing.
Yeah. All right, I'll see you in the next video. The vlog is over.